10 Reasons America Should Drop the Criminal Charges Against Julian Assange by Simon Alexander Wood. The 10 reasons are as follows. America owes Australia for its undying loyalty since World War II. America champions free speech. Julian Assange experiences oppressive custodial conditions. Assange has been punished enough already. Assange experienced the possibility of assassination and kidnap by the 45th Trump administration. Trump loved WikiLeaks. WikiLeaks helped Trump win the 2016 election. There have been many similar historical leaks in the public interest. The releases have not harmed anyone. The releases are in the public interest. Let's go through those reasons from 10 to 1. Number 10. WikiLeaks releases are in the public interest. WikiLeaks documentary releases and revelations included many war crimes committed by personnel in operations in Afghanistan and Iraq that otherwise would not have come to light. Revelations also included the true number of civilians killed in both invasions, previously suppressed by America. Number 9. No one has been harmed by the releases. WikiLeaks' many releases of classified materials did not harm any American personnel, sources, agents or contacts. By contrast, since 2001, American post-9/11 wars have created at least 37 million refugees and internally displaced persons. Number 8. Many similar precedents for WikiLeaks releases. By releasing confidential government materials, WikiLeaks and Assange have done the same conduct as many whistleblowers before and since. For example, the Pentagon Papers, the Daniel Ellsberg releases of the American government planning and operations of the Vietnam War, the Downing Street Memo of 2002 detailing the American planning of the Iraq invasion the following year, the Panama Papers, releases of offshore tax havens of high net worth individuals, and the Edward Snowden releases, detailing the American spying on its own citizens. Number 7. WikiLeaks turned the 2016 election for Donald Trump. On the 7th of October 2016, the embarrassing Hollywood access tape was released regarding Donald Trump. Just 2 hours later, WikiLeaks released John Podesta emails. He was the chairman of Hillary Clinton's presidential campaign in 2016. This email release diverted attention from the Hollywood access tape and helped Trump win the 2016 election. Trump cited WikiLeaks 141 times at 56 events in the last month of his campaign. This crucially changed the electoral mood in his favour. Number 6. The 45th American president was truly grateful for WikiLeaks. Just 3 days after these Podesta email releases, Trump said, "I love WikiLeaks." He praised WikiLeaks at least 5 times during the 2016 presidential campaign. Number 5. US government discussion to assassinate Assange. Instead of thanking Assange or declining to prosecute him, the Trump administration considered a conspiracy to kidnap or assassinate Assange at the Ecuador embassy in London. Number 4. Julian Assange has been punished enough. Assange has been in custody for over 11 years now, including 7 years in the Ecuador embassy. Number 3. Julian Assange experiences oppressive conditions. Julian Assange is incarcerated in Belmarsh Maximum Security Prison, where it is oppressive. He is locked in his cell more than 20 hours a day, like a violently dangerous individual. It should be noted that his confinement at the Ecuador embassy also took a large toll on his physical and mental health. Number 2. America champions free speech. The prosecution and extradition of Julian Assange is totally contradictory to the free speech principle that is the number one human right in America. In the American Constitution in 1791, the Bill of Rights, which are the first 10 amendments, were attached to it. The first of those amendments contains the requirement that the US government respects freedom of speech. Many of the releases of WikiLeaks were published with the cooperation and partnership of elite media organisations such as the New York Times, The Guardian and Der Spiegel. No personnel from those organisations have been prosecuted, upholding their rights to free speech. Number 1. America owes Australia. Assange is an Australian citizen and America should give him back to Australia. Why? Because of Australia's exceedingly loyal military and intelligence support over many decades since World War II. There are 4 areas to highlight. A. Endless combat support. B. Unconditional commitment to Taiwan. C. AUKUS commitments. D. Pine Gap intelligence. A. Endless combat support. Australia is the only country in the world to support America in combat in all 3 of its major post-World War II invasions. We were in Vietnam for over a decade, in Iraq for half a decade, and in Afghanistan for approximately 2 decades. B. Unconditional commitment to Taiwan. Australia has stated its willingness to support America in a future military operation in Taiwan unconditionally. That is, without knowing anything about what those circumstances may be. This was stated by our former Defence Minister in 2021. C. AUKUS. Australia is expected to pay 368 billion Australian dollars, that is 1/5 of our annual national income, as part of our AUKUS commitments. And most of this money would go to America's military industrial companies as part of AUKUS submarine purchases. D. Pine Gap. Australia has provided America essential intel from the Joint Defence Facility Pine Gap, listening base, in remote Central Australia for many decades. Key services provided include spying on civilians around the world, monitoring hostile powers and their military activities, intel used in many American wars, such as for targeted bombing in Cambodia during the Vietnam War, and intel used for American drone strikes. Thank you for watching, and please share this video around.